guys, my name is LoganBurke, and I'd like to explain to you guys why my proposal is going to be the best one that I can think of. It's going to make TechCom more fun for everybody, more interactive, and overall better experience. Just to kind of run through real quick, I'm going to give you guys an introduction, just tell you a little bit about it, and then go through my proposal, my 3 games that I have, and just summarize everything up. The main reason that we don't enjoy TechCom is that it's boring. Some way in the way that they present it, but also in the information. Most of us are here for math or sciences or something like that, where we like nice concrete answers, and TechCom is somewhat opinionated in that, different ways you can do things, grammar, things of that nature. So mainly what I want to do is try to solve that and try to fix the boredom and try to make it more interactive, that everybody has a good time with it. It's been proven in a survey that on average only 25% of the class is going to actively participate each day, whether it's discussions, answering questions. I mean, throughout the course everybody's going to raise their hand, answer a question, things like that, but on average only a quarter of the people every day are going to be there ready with the information and actively responding. And in most of that you're going to have just a few people that are dominating each discussion. So it'd be nice to broaden that out, have everybody know the information, everybody's interacting, everybody's participating each day. That'll also bring into the fact that if you're more active in class, you're going to know the information, you're going to ask questions, you're going to have a better understanding of what's going on than just sitting in the back and waiting for class to be over and not having a good experience with it. My statement basically says that inviting games and exercises are going to boost the knowledge of the students as well as the morale of class, where if you come to class and you're excited to be here, and you leave class going, hey, I actually learned something today, you're going to feel a lot better about it, you're going to know the information a lot better than just showing up, writing down notes, going home, studying it, take the test, and you don't really care what you learned. So this will help to basically teach the class in a way that everybody's going to learn and everybody's going to have fun. Also, I kind of want to alleviate the classroom feel where, you wake up in the morning and go, oh, I got to go to class today, compared to, oh, I'm going to go to TechCom and learn something, or I'm really excited to learn, what's in class today. So kind of want to remove that so that everybody's excited to come to class. Description of my course, it's not really a course in itself, as in it's not a game that we're going to play, or it's not something we have to sign on, you're not going to have characters. It's just a way that teachers can change the TechCom course that they have now to better suit the way that students learn. Because everybody learns in a different way. Some people, they have to actually do what the exercise is to learn it. Some people need to see it, some people need to hear it. There's all these different ways that students learn, and just the teacher coming up, writing the information in the book on the board, and then students taking notes, taking tests, that's not the best way that everybody learns. So if we can incorporate different games, different activities, things like that, that'll help to kind of bring the whole class together and help boost everybody's learning. Also, to involve your class, like I said before, with only a quarter of the class participating, if you can get everybody on topic and everybody learning, it'll just help the class as a whole do better in the course. Also, if you can try to make the assignments, the exercises, it's kind of hard with the test, but if you can, try to make them more exciting and involved again, just so that everybody wants to take, not necessarily wants to take the test, but does a little better at it just because they've been involved and they know the information. Also, one thing that kind of upsets me is when teachers pick out the little finite details and stuff, put those on the test. If you deal with the big picture ideas, if the student really understands the big picture, they're going to know everything that's under it. They're going to know the structure of it, so that's another thing that will help. My mini games, the first one that I came up with would be categories, and it's kind of self-explanatory. It'd be like a Jeopardy style review game. I think that reviews really help students. It helps me anyway, in the fact that the teacher can do a great job teaching the information, but if they don't kind of bring it all together right before the test, I feel like the students can really get confused, and if they don't have that opportunity to answer questions, it's really going to hurt the learning. Having a nice interactive review session like that will help everybody, get those questions answered they need to. Also bounce things off each other, and just make sure that everybody understands the information. The waiting game would be my second game that I came up with, and this would be something that you can apply TechCom to the real world, which I think is something that needs to be done a little more. Everybody throughout their course of college most likely is going to be waitlisted for a class. Sometimes you have the opportunity that you can either shoot the professor an email and say, hey, send them an email, you have to have your correct structure, grammar, things like that. Again, just to help kind of bring TechCom into the real world and go, hey, I'm going to use this when I get out of school, I should probably learn it. My game that I talked to you guys about during my instructional speech would be Knowledge Pong. And this I've looked at it more now as kind of like a bonus points game or a review game or something of that nature. You could use it as an assignment. It's pretty flexible. Again, you just have your standard cup set up, and then you have a question in each cup, and then once you make the cup, you have to answer the question. And then the students are the judge of it. You know, the teacher can't be there for every game, so your opposing team and you both need to know the information so you can judge whether the question is right. In summary, one concept that I kind of came up with is introverted versus extroverted learning. And how I look at this as if you're in, say, like Chem 112, you're in a room with 100 other kids, the professor's standing in the front, they're pretty much looking through the book, writing on the board, examples, stuff that you can learn if you just went home and read the book. I think that would be more of an introverted style learning because you're not interacting with your classmates, you merely show up, take notes, leave. I think that we should be shifted towards an extroverted style of learning, which would be if you're in the class, there's 24 kids, which can't happen every class, but if you can interact, again, talk to each other, talk to the teachers, you figure out all your questions, stuff like that, I think that's where TechCom needs to go. Also, with the real world problems, if you can take your information that you have and you can apply it to the real world, you can say, hey, when I get a job, I'm going to need to know how to do this. You're more apt to learn it and more apt to actually know it than just memorize and take a test over it. Also, like I said in the beginning, students learn differently, so try to accommodate that, and that's where I think bringing in these exercises, interactive review, stuff like that's going to help them. And in the end, just to cure the boredom epidemic that is TechCom as it is now. So in my statement there, just incorporating games, interactive